Hello, everyone, and welcome to iVueit Explained. And if you're not exactly sure who we are or understand what we do, you are in the right place. Or maybe you are a current customer of iVueit, but still have some questions or want to better understand our capabilities and how we function, you're in the right place too. So my goal over the next 20 minutes or so is to talk through some of those things and how iVueit can and should be a valuable resource for you. But first things first, I want to make this clear from the start. iView is not just another auditing software platform that you put in the hands of your team to go and perform the work. What we offer is a service that taps into an on-demand workforce who is gathering this data for you. And we'll explain that some more as we go through the slides. And also, just so you know, our team is monitoring the event in real time and will answer any questions that you do have. So feel free to drop those in the event chat. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mark Simler, and I am a National Sales Operations Manager for iVueit. And prior to joining the team at iVueit, I spent more than 10 years in the facilities management industry in various roles and working directly with some of the largest contractors and retailers in the country. And as we move through these slides, you'll hear me say words like view and viewer. And a view is what we call a site inspection or audit. And a viewer is the mobile app user that's performing the work. So our agenda. As you can see here, we will be covering a high-level introduction of the iView platform and the mobile app. Then we'll learn how clients request and how views get completed. Then third, we'll discuss how our internal quality control team helps assist clients with identifying opportunities on their sites that our viewers find. And we'll answer some frequently asked questions and finish up with next steps on how to get started with iVueit. So what does iVueit do? We perform fast, low-cost, high-quality, on-demand site audits that include site survey questions and photo documentations. Again, what we call a view. And we complete these views all across the country by crowdsourcing people who already live in these areas. So we've literally built an army of mobile app users who are prepared to complete views at nearby locations at a moment's notice. So once they have our app downloaded, they are alerted immediately when a view becomes available near them. And we complete views for some of the world's largest retail companies, commercial property management firms, facility management companies, service aggregators, contractors, really just to name a few. But essentially, if you have sites, equipment, or assets spread throughout the US, we can help provide you with information and data on those items at a quick, cost-effective, and very organized way. And as far as the types of views we complete, we perform interior views, exterior views, both day and night views, including landscaping views, parking lots, requests for signage and lighting views. Our viewers also go inside of locations, and we can photograph and take data of flooring or product displays, interior lighting, and really any other asset management type pieces. We also complete dark store or closed or vacant store views and can coordinate access for our viewers to go inside of these locations to do inspections. We complete snow views during and after snowstorms to document the conditions, and really at all hours of the night. So our viewers are not necessarily considered first responders, but in many cases are among the first people in the field to help get eyes on properties when a disaster does hit. And we just call these kind of the emergency response views. So we've clearly defined kind of the concept of what it is that we do at iVueit. So now let's talk about the process of how we do what we do. So how views are requested by the client, how views are completed in the field and submitted by our viewers, and how iVueit does our own internal quality control piece before sending it off to the customer. And by the time I finish going through this, you should have a really good understanding and feel for what an iVueit client would experience with us. Okay, so to submit a request, we have a standard view request template that each client fills out, and they put in some general site information, any specific notes about scope, and that info is then sent to us via email where it's entered into our iVueit system, and then views are released from there to our network of viewers throughout the US. And the request process is the same for clients, even if you're just sending maybe one specific site that you need to go see, or if you have a larger scale project and you're sending us 10,000 sites at once. So regardless of the quantity of views requested, all views go through that same process, and the quality and speed is never compromised. We can also set up views on a regular recurring scheduled basis. So maybe you have sites that you want us to see once a week, or maybe once a month, or once a quarter, anything like that. Send us those notes over and we'll make sure that those are scheduled and put out accordingly. When views are released, our viewers, like we said, are notified if there is a view near them. What they do then is they can open up their phone, go into the app, review all of the details, the time frame, the scope of the view, and if it's something that they're able to complete, they'll go ahead and tap the claim button in the app, and then they have till the listed expiration time to go to the site and perform the scope of work and submit the view. And only one viewer can claim a view at a time, so we promise you're not going to have a wave and rush of viewers headed to your properties. And when the viewer does get on site, they'll have access to specific instructions or example photos, as well as links to any letter of authorizations that are needed for a viewer to present with site personnel or anything like that. So then after the viewer confirms that they understand the instructions, they're on site, the app will walk them through step by step and show them exactly what areas we need photos of, and also exactly what questions we need answered. Then once the viewer takes all those photos, answers all the survey questions, they swipe on their phone and submit the view. And then if the view is not submitted prior to the expiration time, that view then will go back out into the network, is released, and the process just starts over. So as the viewer is on site and the view is being completed, each individual photo that they take is time-stamped and geo-mapped, so you can see exactly when and where the viewer was when they were taking the photos and the views completed. And we'll go into a little more detail on this on the next slide. And once the views are submitted, though, our internal quality control team checks each view really to ensure that the requested scope of work is completed, including the accuracy of the answers to the survey questions, quality of photos. And also what we're doing too is going through and we can escalate by highlighting the photos or pins red. And what we're escalating is really any major deficiencies that they find, or anything specific that you guys want to have us call out as we're going through the data as well. And really this is a value add to you and your teams, so that you're not having to spend the time going through the data and finding these items. We're doing that as we're going through it and looking all the views that come in. And we can really tailor this process to meet your needs based on whatever projects you're working on at the time. So let's say, for example, you have 1,000 landscaping views that you send out, and you tell us, hey, I just really want to know which one of these sites has dead trees on them. So we'll relay that to our team, and as they're going through the views, looking at the photos, we'll make sure that we highlight and call out, hey, this one has a dead tree, or there's a dead tree here, So again, just another way that we can help filter some of this mass data that's coming back to you. And once we review all the submitted photos and survey answers, everything looks good, we'll go ahead and approve it. And then once the view is approved, you'll have access to all of the photos and all of the survey questions, all that info in the iView customer portal right away. Okay, so here's kind of a sneak peek into our customer portal. We're starting off in the Views tab here, and first you'll see all of your views will be listed on the left side of the screen. And then at the top is where you'll have the different filtering and sorting options. And you can really search and sort by view type, the status, specific unique ID number for the view, and the completion date. Then once you actually click on a view is when you'll see the interactive overhead map. And the first thing you'll notice too is the map has those pins, the white pins marking the location of each photo, and also the red pins are those that our team has highlighted as escalations. You can pivot on the map, you can drop the little street guide down and show the street view perspective. So all kinds of different things that you can do there. Then as you scroll down through the view, that's where you'll see the individual photos and answers to the survey questions listed. And then back at the top, that's where we have our different download options for reports and things like that. And we'll go into some detail here on the next video. The map tab, really quick, again, same information here, just another way for us to kind of help you get a different perspective of where your views are and what statuses they're in. So here's an example of the PDF export of the report showing the photos with the times and locations and the survey questions that are listed at the bottom. And you'll see here in the top left corner that iVueit logo. This will actually be your logo for your company. So these reports come ready for you to simply hand off to your customers or your contractors. And in addition to the PDF export, you can download all of the photos in a JPEG file if you don't want them as a PDF. And then we also have the ability to pull all of the answers to the survey questions into Excel as well. We'll get into some frequently asked questions. And again, if you have anything specific that you want to ask, go ahead and drop that in the event chat room and our team will be responding to those. Let's dive in. So who is our viewer network? We get asked about our viewer network a lot. Viewers are people of all demographics who live in, work, shop, or travel in the communities that our clients serve. And they have downloaded the iVueit app and are ready, standing by to complete views, like we said, at a moment's notice. So how do we recruit? Well, really, over the years, we've built a growing network of hundreds of thousands of viewers. And at this point, the network really pretty much fuels itself. We do have open viewer referral programs, and we do also run certain algorithms to help recruit viewers in specific areas where needed. In terms of qualifications, I mean, anyone can sign up to be a viewer, but all viewers must retain a certain rating to stay a part of the network. And we also have a preferred viewer network for our most successful viewers. And so the more views you successfully complete, the higher your rating. And this preferred viewer network status allows viewers to access more views. And this is really the network that completes the majority of the views that we put out there. Can they dress professional? We do have a basic dress code for our viewers that's in our terms and conditions. But really for more sensitive views, say a viewer is actually going into a store or having a face-to-face interaction with the customer, we can certainly update the directions for that view for the dress code to be more specific. Can my own team use the iVueit app? We've been very successful with clients who use our app within their own internal team. And by using our mobile app with their boots on the ground, their contractors, what they're able to do is track progress of certain work, certain projects, verify proof of service, and maintain an organized portfolio of their work. So each customer has the ability to create their own private network of viewers. And then what we can do is take the views that you request and you say, hey, I want this to only go to my contractors. We then have the ability to make sure that those views go out and they're only available to your private network to access and complete. So really you're getting all of the value out of the iView platform and the mobile app, but instead of using our viewer network, you're using your own internal teams. Okay, well, how long does it take for a view to be completed? What about my remote sites? How can you do it so fast? What if I need 1,000 sites audited today? So really the questions here you see on the screen, we get a lot, but I think I can pretty well sum up the answers here with a little description. Remote sites, when we say anywhere in the country, we literally mean anywhere. And to put it in perspective, we are at every Dollar Chain store in the country. So regardless of how remote, we maintain an average view completion time of 1.3 days. But most views are completed the same day, and sometimes they're actually even completed within minutes of when the request is sent in. And we can do it that fast because of how large we've built up our viewer network to be, and really just how much it continues to grow each and every day. So again, whether it's 10 locations or 10,000 locations, you're going to get that same speed, same quality. What if I need an audit at night? Yes, we can do that. We talked about our viewers being out in snowstorms at all hours of the night. Can you complete interior views? Yep, our viewers can go inside even if they're vacant or dark stores. What about measurement views? We do measurement views. We're also able to capture signatures right there on the app, on the viewer's phone. How are my viewers have permission at my bank locations? Like we said too, we're able to provide our viewers with links that can take them directly to letters of authorization, pop that up right there on their phone so that they can show that to whoever they need to show that to when they're on site. So really the only thing that we don't do right now is get on top of roofs. So a lot of possibilities out there for our teams. Okay, so the most important question of all, and this is the exciting part. Depending on the scope of work and again, the specific tasks being requested like measurements, or if there is in-store site personnel interaction, the price will vary a little bit, but most of the views that we complete are as low as $25 a view. And really, this is why we're so disruptive in the industry. In terms of data collection and organization, there really is there's no other way to match the speed, the cost savings, and the quality of iVueit. So try us out. Our team dropped the view request template in the event chat. Download that, fill it out, and email it to viewrequest@iVueit.com. And for the next 48 hours, if you submit a request, we'll give you 3 to 5 sites for free. Just type the word demo somewhere in the notes section in there, and we'll get you taken care of. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for your time. Thanks for joining me for iView Explained, and we look forward to working with you in the future.